Good morning. It is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. Let's get going here. Trying to make this quick. TLT. Have a good day yesterday. Um, but still, it's I do believe that's gonna trade in a fairly tight trading range until economic data change significantly. And that could be next week. Okay, we can hang around this. For me, if you look to buy TLT, uh, gap fill 20 MA, if you want to add, that'd be the spot. That would be the spot I sell more put spread. I wrote some cover calls yesterday. Um, 93, yes, way up there, right? Way up at the gap fill up there. So um, I have a bunch of cover calls actually from 92, 92.5, and 93. Even if it's for a dime, I take it. Um, but that's it for now. Nothing until next week. Next week is, of course, the big CPI. I believe it's next Tuesday or Wednesday. Um, and that's going to be the big mover. And I do believe the CPI will come under the consensus of 3.5%. By my own calculation, I think it's going to be more like 3.4%. But if I'm right, and it's 3.4%, I think uh, the Fed is going to be less hawkish. All right. And I think you will likely see the diminishing chance of the Fed raise rate anymore. That's just my take, okay? So, right, that's it. Let's move on. DIA, all the indices have a nice bounce, okay? Uh, where would I suggest you trim on this bounce? And you should, for sure, you should start trimming from 342.5 up there, okay? Um, can it go beyond? Yeah, but if you don't want to trim at the 100 MA, I would say, yeah, 346, 345. And then, of course, up there, okay, up there, up here is QQQ. Look the channel, okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Could this be a breakout? Possibly, okay, so it is at that spot right now as of pre-market. It looked like it's a little bit down, so be careful. Okay, if we get back into this channel and start to test 100, and if that give, potentially we can grind our way down. So for now, I would say just be careful. You should trim. Where would be the spot that you should definitely trim? 380, okay, up there. What was support will be resistant, right? It's broken record, right? Support, 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 resistant, resistant, resistant. So there you go. SPY, very similar, okay? Top, bottom, top, try to break out, nope. Top, trying to break out, nope. Bottom, top, bottom, almost almost give away that into a new channel, okay? So but what a move, right? What a move. So you at that spot, look to trim 439. After that, potentially 443, and then of course 450. All right, don't be too greedy. SMH, same thing, breaking out into the channel high. Okay, a lot of stock, a lot of tech stock for sure have the same pattern. So yeah, be careful. If you have SMH, for sure, trim here and then trim at 155, 156, right? Of course, the ultimate would be maybe 161, but what would be the reason? Is there any reason? If Nvidia breaking out into new high, yeah. Speaking of that, let's go into the FANG. Nvidia, I trim. I will trim more. Where? Um, my next order to sell is 465, and then 470, 472, 475. So yeah, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. It could test this the shoulder again at 476 ish. Okay, so that's where I have a couple trim order at 475, 476. Of course, I do have one way up there at 503. Should it break into the all-time high, right? So giddy up. Speaking of that, Microsoft. Wow, wow. Okay, my order is in to trim more. Yeah, nothing but to say, but between 365 and above, yeah, trim time. What a run. If you bought into earning crash, good on you. That was a gift. Google, nice bounce. I would say it's a trim. I did trim a little bit, and I would trim more at 133.25. Okay, and then I would likely, right now I just have one order to trim, and then of course I have another trim order at the gap up. Okay, at the gap fill, 137.6. Okay, and then of course 141. So yeah, trim. Nothing more to say, but trim. 310, 305. Okay, down here. So I don't mind buying a big chunk down here. I've been raising cash in order to absorb buying 100 shares. So yeah, I am willing and able right now to do so. So selling put spread, and of course, if I see 331, there is a sell order to trim some up there. Amazon, trim, okay, trim into it, into this pop, trim. Very similar. Apple, same thing, trim. You get to the 100 MA. Last time it was here, down. Okay, so if you have it, I'm already out. I got stopped out. Okay, I got stopped out. When did I get stopped out? Was it last Friday? One of those days last week. I got stopped out. It was 178 something that stop trigger. I think it was on this day, one of these days. But I would say it's time to go. Would I buy back Apple? I sell put spread. Where? 175, 172. Okay. I don't have a problem owning shares down there. I had ordered to buy a lot lower on earning day, but it never got there. Never got there. All right, let's move on to healthcare. Humana. Whew. What a reversal. What a crazy dip. Okay, these stocks, I'm telling you, if you have the stomach to trade them, you can do very well. Okay, just trade small. You don't want to get caught on the wrong side on big sizes. Trust me, I have been there. I have been there on the wrong side with ELV, and that was painful, and it took a while to recover. So it's trim. Okay, I mentioned the past couple of weeks that ELV was my favorite. I always rotate between ELV, UNH, or Humana. Okay, between the three, depending on which one I think is more attractive. And I talked for a while that Humana was my favorite of the three, but the past week or two, you hear me talk about ELV as my favorite of the three. The self put spread, that's what I've been doing down here. Okay, so yeah, it's still, and then 137. Okay, so yeah, I do have a stop as well. My stop is 131.78. Okay, right at the 100 MA. Too much gain to give back. Okay, especially when I'm bought the bulk of it below 122. So I'm not giving up $10. I'm not. $10 is a lot of gain on each share. I'm not giving up. Okay, so there is a tight stop there on the bulk of the share. LH, trim, right? Trim. If you bought LH between below 200, it's a gift. But same thing here. Time to go. Time to trim. Ultimate goal up there, 220, right? But if you see 211, pull the trigger. Speaking of healthcare, Eli Lilly. Woo! Crazy. This stock is crazy, but it is at the trim zone. Okay? Trim time. Yes, I will trim more. My order is in 602 to 625 and above. Okay, so yeah, you have to. This is not a stock I was holding. Okay, for those that follow me, I trim a lot up here, and then I held on. I didn't do anything here, didn't do anything here, didn't do anything here, and then I start to trim by the dip, trim by the dip, so yeah, it's no longer a just hold. Okay, it's too much volatility. Okay, it's crazy. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy. JSK, very happy to accumulate my 100 share, average 3409. Yeah, come on down. I will add more. Okay, that's all I gotta say. This is the zone. Anything that you see in this 34.2 ish down to 33.15, yeah, buy a lot. Okay, J&J, trim time. Okay, the 20 MA is a resistant. I've been there for a while, right? Look. Okay, would I buy? Would I sell put spread 145 and below? Yes, but right now it is a trim until it can break cleanly. I would like to see it, but still, I think the 20 MA, even when it break cleanly, it does not mean that it's a big move up for J&J. Okay, look, you see this break? Yeah, it's fake out. Break, it J&J breakout seem to last like a month. See, look, ooh, looking great. 1 month later, okay, so no, nothing to be excited on J&J here. FV, I add slowly. I have slowly come up to I believe 17 shares. Okay, it was 0 until this day, but over the past 2 weeks, it has slowly creep up to 17 shares, and I will keep adding below 141. Okay, I think yesterday I bought as low as 140.58. So yeah, I will keep. I'm not gonna pay above 141, but I do have outstanding order from 139 down to 137. Right? I might even throw out order 135. I sell put spread as well. Okay, I have put spread way below. So I'm liking FV risk and reward here compared to say Pfizer. Hey, the bottom is in. The only question is they need to have a quarter earning report that no longer stink to reverse this madness. Okay, that's what they need. Speaking of madness, XBI, whoa, nice move. I saw cover call where 73. If it's 73, No, 72. I take it back. It was 72. Uh, take it. Otherwise, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Speaking of that, CRSP. We are near the trim zone. What a crazy move. Trust me, I was so tempted. Okay, when my cost average is 40, just below 48 on my shares. Okay, and boy was I tempted all of October to buy. Okay, oh my God. Okay, but I already doubled my original plan was to just buy 50 shares as a gamble. Okay, just buy 50 shares and let it ride. And then I changed my mind and double up to 100. And then all of October, I'm just like, gosh, it's so. I really want to make it 200, but I said, don't be greedy, be disciplined. So that's okay. All right. So hey, 100 shares, 1K gain, all good. Speaking of, the other one was this one. Now, Al Nilam, I made a grand on this move, for those who remember. And then I bought back, and then I lost a grand, but I gained back half. So net on this crazy move, I made 500, made 1,000, lose 500. Okay, so but that's okay. I'm gladly take the 500 for now. We'll take a look at defense real quick. RTX. I wrote cover calls. Wrote another one. This time I wrote 84. I have 200 shares here, so I might write I'm not giving up whatever the 20 is. So once a week, I will keep revising my stop on the 20, okay? Because that's where I locked in the profit because I bought it below the 20, okay? So lock it in. Lockheed Martin, I've been trimming, and that was the right thing to do. As much as I like Lockheed Martin, I've been saying you gotta trim, okay? You gotta trim. I see 456, 455, I trim. So I'm down to share raise a lot of money. Well, I sold more than 10. Let's go real quick to energy. Wow, okay. It makes no sense for energy to be so strong 2 months ago, and it makes no sense for energy to be so weak. Okay, now I do have a put spread at 71, which I might let it assign. I don't mind owning share. USO cost basis 70. It'd be right here. I sold the spread for like 20 cents ish. So yeah, I would be even Steven here to have it assigned. So I might do that. I did sell some 69 spread as well. Okay, way below. This is one reason why I am bullish on weak CPI. Okay, this move and gas in the 360, 380 range was bad for last CPI print. Now we have the reverse. Okay, for those that in the chat group, I talk about how the CPI in September was not as weak as I wanted because of this move. But now we have the opposite reversal, right? So does it make sense that energy went like this? No. Does it make sense that energy went like this? No. But it is what it is. But USO is oil is definitely oversold, and the strategic reserve is buying. Okay, they are restocking, so there is um, a floor, I should say. But let's recap real quick what I said for a long time. For now, we're okay, but if the economic data deteriorate, worsen um, next year, early next year, stay out of USO, okay? Because we will see the low down here, okay? We will. If we're in a recession, demand will crash a lot. Right now, this is on weak demand. It's not about oversupply, okay? It's about weaker demand because economy is slowing down worldwide, okay? It is that simple. So if you look at all the energy stock, got beat up. Oxy, for those who pay attention, Warren Buffett stepped in and bought more share at 62. He bought a lot, 58-ish, right? If you look back, if you pay attention over the past 12 months, he has done that. Seem like every month when you see Oxy down here, he come in and bought shares at 58, and then he maxed out on what he could own, and then he went on and whatever he did to allow him to buy more share, he bought more at 62-ish. So if you want to play Oxy, I would say sell put spread where 59 and below. Okay, sell down here. It can test. Okay, it can go as low as 56, 55. Okay, so yeah, no need to chase. Same thing with Chevron. Okay, Chevron, ugly, 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 ugly. But I don't mind the exposure, to be honest. Okay, it makes no sense to be up here. It makes no sense to be down here, in my opinion. Just like, but it's part of the entire portfolio. You gotta have exposure to the energy sector no matter what. Okay, so if you can ride out the volatility, it's not a bad thing to have. XOM, would I buy down here? Okay, in this gray zone here, 98 to 100. Yeah, let's extend this. Let's extend this into next year. Okay, it's because yeah, no need to chase. If you see 100 to 98, sell put spread, right? If I see it get into 101 range, I'd be selling 98, 95 spread, the bottom of the range. Okay, it's a good spot because you got to go back a year and a half. Okay, so it's a good spot to buy, and it can get down there. The 100-day, the 100 weekly moving average is right in that zone. So I can see it. If oil keeps getting weaker, I can see it down there. Okay. Goldman Sachs, I'm out. Got stopped out. 325. I set a stop. 325 points, whatever the 100 MA was on this move on this day. I said to myself, should I be greedy and set a sell order up there? I said no. So I waited for the open, and then I put a stop order in, and then I got stopped out. End of story. Done. Out. KRE. I got put spread. No need to chase. If you want to buy, selling 40, 37 put spread, not a bad thing. Okay. Not. It's a gap down here at 39.97. Yeah. But I don't mind owning shares. So I've been selling put spread into December. 40, 38. Tight spread. Speaking of tight spread, VLO. Yeah, gas. Okay. Down here. 113. 113, 110. Down here. Okay. I'm selling put spread. Next week. Okay. It's light premium. I think I get like 15 cents, something like that. But yeah, I like it. Okay. I like it. Down here. Gas is cheap. make no sense to be up here. Okay, the hardest thing to do is sell on a big move. Okay, it's easier to buy the dip. It's always harder to like where to sell on a big move up, right? We've all seen that, right? We're always like, oh my god, sell. That's why this trim Uber yesterday. Yeah, I don't like Uber. Okay, I hate Uber, to be honest. I have many fights with Uber over the past 4 or 5 years. For those who are not aware, I um, I'll keep the story very short. I don't have an account with Uber. Somebody stole my email and used my email to open Uber account and use stolen credit card information from other people to order. So for multiple years, not weeks, multiple years, I get email notification from Uber that I just paid for a ride from the airport from Vegas to from the from Vegas airport to the casino, from Hawaii airport, the hotel, you name it. There was 3 locations. I'm sure it's the same thief, but Seattle. I'm pretty sure this person lived in Seattle because a lot of Uber Eats was delivered in Seattle. But this scammer thief also traveled to Hawaii and Vegas, and so I got Uber. So I will contact Uber, tell them that this is not me. My email has been used to open an account illegally. This is how crazy it was. Because if you know how to use Uber, right? So when you order something, you then get confirmation with your email. But this person that used my email and then used stolen credit card, they don't care. They really don't care to, they don't need to go to their email to check verification or notification that, whatever order they did was confirmed. So when I call Uber to cancel, to notify that someone is doing something illegal, Uber keep asking me, what's your login information? I'm just like, I don't know what my login information is. Okay, trust me, I can go on forever, but this happened over 3 years period and half a dozen times. They would close the account after multiple requests, and then a month later, or 2 months later, or 3 months later, the same thing happened again. And it's the same scammer because the same 3 locations: Vegas, Seattle, Hawaii. It was so frustrating. So after 4 times, 5 times, they finally put a lock. They put a lock on my email permanently. So even if I want to legitimately use Uber, I can't. Oh, what a piece of garbage of a company, okay? So, yes, be careful. But I like the stock. I bought it on the dip on earning, saw a bunch of put spread. And yeah, I mean, I have 10 share, nothing huge, but hey, 10 share up to almost $4. Yeah, cheap dinner at Olive Garden. Anyhow, that's it for today. Um, I think the market is gonna trade very timidly, so be careful. Trim the big tech move up. Okay, trim because there could be a rug pull if the economic data is too strong. I am thinking that economic data is going to be favorable for lower rate, or the Fed pause next week with the CPI. So whatever is going on today, tomorrow, this week, early next week, is all on the CPI next week. Okay, that's going to be the big um, catalyst movement next week. Before that, the day before the CPI, you have mortgage application information, I believe, also. So there's a couple econ data, of course, job, right? There's 3 things that you should pay attention to: mortgage data, job data, and CPI, and we have all three of those coming up. Okay, all three of those are coming up. So those three events will move the market. Everything else are just traders selling back and forth with each other and not buying too